Are you ready to learn about every Metroidvania game we're still hyped for in 2025? Well, greetings indie warriors and welcome to I Dream of Indie Games. My name is OldGamer Joe, and you know, the Metroidvania genre is as popular as ever, so here we are to highlight all of the upcoming releases still scheduled to drop over the next few months. Now, this list doesn't guarantee they'll all see the light of day this year, but that's at least the hope. And no, I'm not including Silksong because, well, you know how that goes already. But real quick, don't get lost inside of a Metroidvania-style map full of dishonest gaming coverage. Head over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames or become a YouTube member. Perks range from Discord access to our amazing indie gaming community to early and ad-free shows like our awesome new podcast 3 days before everyone else. Your new indie gaming community is waiting for you. And with that, let's hop into the games. First up on our list is the gorgeous-looking Mio, Memories in Orbit, still on track to hit PC and consoles at some point in this year. Taking place on an epic spaceship that's been overtaken by machines, you'll be controlling Mio the android who has no memories of the events that have taken place, which seem to have left the world in ruin. Now you'll need to piece together the past in hopes of having a future. Not only does the story sound fascinating, but the precision platforming feels nice if the demo's anything to go by, with players having an assortment of abilities at their disposal, ranging from grappling hooks to being able to cling to walls. Mio will feature a massive map, over 30 different enemies to take down, 15 epic boss battles, modifiers, and more. If you can't stand the wait, go ahead and try the demo for yourself. This should be Metroidvania gaming at its finest. With a November 24th release date, one of my most anticipated Metroidvania releases of the year should arrive in no time. It's the beautiful Constance, a game that I just love the demo for. Constance not only looks amazing with its hand-drawn visuals, but it feels really great to play, putting you in a wondrous flow state with its combat, while also offering up enjoyable exploration and some really top-notch puzzle design too. Touching on themes of mental health, there's a unique paint mechanic that is fully integrated into the gameplay. Expect to unlock additional brush techniques the further you progress. Metroidvania fans will of course get the usual as well: alternate paths, a massive map. You know how this goes. This is yet another one where you can try the demo for yourself, so you don't have to take my word for it. Next on our list, Rune Fencer Illyia, a rather bleak Metroidvania release that puts you in control of a young runist who finds herself trapped within a sunken kingdom. Expect a huge world that contains 24 different regions full of secrets and 150 different enemy types that want to ruin your day. On your quest to rescue your missing sister, you'll need to rely on your combat and exploration skills, mixed with a bit of that runic magic. You'll travel treacherous waters and more, crafting different foods and potions, interacting with a variety of NPC characters that flesh out the story, and of course, taking down those big bad bosses. Sounds like a recipe for success to me. We won't have to wait very long at all for this next release. Primal Planet, this pixel art Dinovania, as it's being called, also mixes in some survival and crafting elements alongside a story about a caveman attempting to protect his family from a dinosaur attack. Each biome will feel unique, with the combat placing a bit of an emphasis on stealth. Supposedly, there won't be any dialogue here, rather it's up to the player to piece things together through what they see. This game goes all over the place, from aliens to tribes that want your head on a stick. Even cooler, a second player is able to join your gameplay at any time, making this a co-op experience if you want it to be. There's puzzles to solve, long-range combat, base building, skill upgrading, and more. The wait is nearly over, as I said, with the game dropping later this month on the 28th. Another hand-drawn Metroidvania makes our list. You love to see that. Mira and the Legend of the Djinns. Controlling Yuba in this tale based around Moroccan mythology, you'll encounter Mira and journey together through your newly formed pact. This will lead you to various kingdoms on a quest to gather your lost memories and find out just what's happened in this strange world. There's floating islands to explore, well-detailed temples, and more. The weapon swap mechanics seem interesting, with various upgrades available for players. You'll chain together combos and use an assortment of tools in order to solve puzzles. Yet another Metroidvania game that's well worth keeping an eye on. Up next, a game that will feature plenty of Metroidvania-style exploration, it's Legends of Elementia, a name that I'm kinda shocked, pun intended, hasn't been taken by another video game at this point. This isn't your usual Metroidvania affair, however, as you'll command 10 different elemental heroes that all play differently from one another, shaking up the combat in pretty drastic ways. Swapping between characters can be performed in real time, meaning you'll be able to chain together epic combos. Outside of that, expect the usual blend of puzzle solving, exploration, skill upgrading, and more. There's a boss rush mode planned and even a horde survival mode. Hopefully we have a more concrete release date for this one soon. While this one's more of a classicvania, you'll naturally get elements of the Metroidvania genre too when the Transylvania Adventure of Simon Quest releases later this year. Inspired mainly by Castlevania II Simon's Quest, you play as Simon Quest. I know that's confusing, a wannabe hero who discovers someone else has already defeated Dracula before he could. You'll get a classic 8-bit visual style, but there are plenty of branching paths, non-linear exploration, and even different endings and minigames. That's right, you can tackle areas in any order you wish, so you aren't on a strict path here. There's plenty of tools and gear to gather, and lots more in this entertaining-looking parody release. Sharpen up your skills for this next title, The Perfect Pencil, a game that will delve deep into the human psyche. Featuring a massive, interconnected, surreal world, you'll need to explore branching paths, unlock secrets, and gain new abilities by interacting with unusual NPC characters. Your bizarre camera head will allow you to scan the environment to discover more about your surroundings. There's combat too, as you'll be relying on a pencil sword. Choices will matter as well in this very odd take on the Metroidvania genre. If you like the idea of exploring the inner workings of one's mind, keep this release on your radar. Bit of a quicker pace to this next one, A Sister's Journey, starring Violet, who's determined to find her missing sister. Geez, if I've learned anything from these lists, it's that this scenario sure happens a lot in video games. The stunning pixel art looks awesome, with a sprawling, interconnected world to explore. Combat is more run and gun than your usual affair, giving A Sister's Journey a fast, frantic feel unlike some games in this genre. There's a dual firing mode, plenty of weapons and power-ups, boss battles, you know the drill. This story of sacrifice will hopefully see the light of day very soon. In keeping with the gun theme, this is another Metroidvania that places an emphasis on the 2D shooting action, Clockwork Ambrosia. In this steampunk world, you'll control Iris, an airship engineer stranded on an island after an unfortunate crash landing. Take down robots using an assortment of guns, but also keep up with your armor if you hope to survive. Fill that screen with bullets, master epic loadouts, and check out the demo for yourself before it launches. It's live now. So much beautiful art on this list, you've gotta love that! Tales of Fate is the next upcoming Metroidvania game that I'd like to highlight, taking place within a gorgeous fantasy setting. Here you get to control 3 different heroes that all play differently from one another. Action looks fast and frantic across the 10 different biomes, with abilities ranging from the usual dashing and rolling to powerful, mythical spells. This one will be tough though, citing inspiration from Souls games for its bosses. With lots of ways to customize and a very promising story, Tales of Fate should deliver the goods. The follow-up to Aeterna Noctis is scheduled to drop this year, Aeterna Lucis. Pressing forward with this epic saga, you'll control the Queen of Light who must defeat the god known as Chaos. The map is going to be huge in this game with vibrant visuals, fast-paced combat, optional challenges, and plenty of precision-based platforming. The Queen of Light will have many new abilities to master in this beautiful release that's targeting September. We shall see if it hits that target, but fans of the original have plenty of reasons to be excited. In what was a rather surprising announcement, Nocturnal is scheduled to get a sequel later this year, the aptly titled Nocturnal 2. I greatly enjoyed the original game, which had you relying on flame to light your path forward, but the common complaint was that it was overall too soon. This sequel looks to expand upon the original by having players collect lost relics on a larger island that's full of secrets. Still, the flame-based fights and puzzles will return, along with that awesome-looking art, so flame on! This is a rather interesting looking 2.5D Metroidvania, Trizna, which is rich in Slavic mythology. Play as a hero with no name who has been resurrected by a witch and explore the Shadow Realm. Reality is not so kind in this non-linear world full of hidden paths and dangers. Intense tactical combat awaits that relies heavily on parrying, and players can expect both one-handed, two-handed, and ranged weapons. Toss in modular armor and upgrades, multiple endings, and a hauntingly beautiful art style, and we just might have a sleeper hit on our hands. Magic and technology and cats await in Fatal Claw, coming to Steam later this year. Play as the feline warrior Kisha and explore devastated ruins, take down nasty creatures, and enjoy branching paths. All the usual Metroidvania stuff seems to be here. There's plenty of lore to unravel with a fun art direction, cool weapons, and from the looks of it, a good amount of challenge. And did I mention cats? I'm always a fan of cats in video games, so for me, passing on this one would be a fatal mistake. I had to do it. That's gonna do it for this list too, folks, but thank you as always for supporting independent content. Voice to the voiceless, and I'll see you on the channel for more of it.